Upon the start signal, the shooter will assume a prone supported position and engage targets closest to furthest with 2 rounds each. Targets range from 97 to 209 yards. This was another prone, longer distance stage. What made this stage difficult was the height of each target. They didn't leave a whole lot of wiggle room after about the second target for your elevation to be off. If your windage was off, you had a fairly wide target to play with, just due to the shape that they were. After reviewing my trigger cam footage, it actually turns out both my first shots were about a mil low. I'd inaccurately guessed that I had missed them off the left edge just based off of what I saw through the optic. You'll also notice that the splash from my rounds impacting the rock blows from right to left. This isn't actually because there's a right to left wind, it just had to do with how that wind was flowing around the left side of the canyon. For the second target, I put on about a 0.7, 0.8 mil wind call, which I was able to run for the rest of the stage without any issues. For this stage, it was really important to pay attention to what the vegetation was doing, both at the target, but more importantly above it. The vegetation at the target doesn't accurately reflect the wind call due to the angle that I'm shooting at. Because the trajectory of the round is going tens of feet over top of where the targets are at, the vegetation at the target doesn't actually give me any usable information. I had to pay attention to what the treetops were doing because they were closer to the elevation of the trajectory of the round, especially as I pushed out to the further targets. When you look at the trigger cam footage, you notice there isn't a whole lot of vegetation movement downrange, even from some of the trees. The main reason for this is the wind is several feet above the treetops, and that is where the trajectory of my round is also going, especially for the further targets. That is the wind that's pushing me that 0.7, 0.8 that I have on for the wind call. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, like, follow, and subscribe to see more debriefs of stages in the future.